this morning I'm on my way to a Cars and Coffee. It's been raining all night, and this will be my first Cars and Coffee in 2 years because I'm now fully vaccinated, which means I can do things like this, which is nice. And yeah, I'm going to go see my friends and hang out and look at some cool cars. It's been raining all night and the car's steaming up, so I'm going to have to put on my demister. So, sorry, it's going to get noisy. There we go. And Misty's gone. It's that fast. That's how good this heater is. That's why I took my jacket off when I got in the car. Right, that's enough of that. So, the weather says it's going to be raining, and the weatherman says that it's going to be raining, and it's been raining all night, but I'm not going to let that put me off. Jolene is clean for a change. I think it's the first time I've ever cleaned my car to take it to a car show. And when I go to car shows, I usually don't stand anywhere near Jolene. I just kind of park my car in the back, abandon it, and look at other people's cars and spend time talking to other people. It's not what I'm really interested in, showing off Jolene. I get to do that on YouTube anyway. And Jolene seems really happy to be going anyway, because she started first pump, no hesitation, no nothing, as usual. But yeah, she seems eager to get there as well. And first things first, I've got to go get myself a picnic, because I don't fancy eating in a restaurant or anything like that. And the road's full of poop, so I'm like, oh, I've just cleaned the chassis. I spent about an hour and a half yesterday cleaning all the cow poo off the chassis, and all my hard work has just been undone. Such is living in the countryside. So yeah, this is Gouzon Cars and Coffee, which is hosted by my friend Seb, who is an absolute gent. I've been to this Cars and Coffee before, made a video about it called French Cars and French Coffee. But yeah, enough of that heater. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited to do something for that isn't work on cars for the first time in 2 years, which is nice. I will be keeping my mask on because, you know, social awareness and the law. So yeah, keeping my mask on and stuff, but still, should be fun. And I'm excited. And welcome to Gouzon. Right, they've changed the location of the Cars and Coffee this year because they didn't have enough space, which is nice. And we've got Jolene all parked up. It's not the easiest thing in the world to pull into a tight parking spot in Jolene, but we have managed. Let's go check out some cool cars, shall we? We're starting to see stuff like this turn up, which is cool. I love all the Civics, they're wicked. It's cool to see some of the new stuff, not just the old stuff, and everybody kind of getting on and mingling and talking about their cars. I do love the ME6. What a cool little frog. You'll notice this is the car from the 2CV6 versus Azier video. This is Dudu. It belongs to Amandine and Guillaume, who are friends of mine. 260 with its vent spoiler. Look at that camber. This is a Renault Gordini. Period correct wheels. What a lovely thing. There's a really good video of Jean Ragnotti, a young Jean Ragnotti, very young Jean Ragnotti, piloting one of these things around curvy roads. The reason for all the camber is because they have a swing axle, which tends to tuck under. So if you give them a lot of camber and a lot of low, they corner well and don't tuck. GT Turbo? There's a ton of 4CVs as usual. They're out in force today. I love the 4CV. I did a video on this channel previously. There'll be a link to it up there somewhere. I don't know whether Olivier is knocking it out today. Hopefully he is. It'd be nice to see him. Well, we know who that is. Nice 911. You wouldn't think that big American cars would be very popular in a place that has lots of teeny tiny little streets and roads and very expensive fuel, but they are, inexplicably. I don't know how they do it. If I drove a Wagoneer around here, I would have to pick my roads very carefully, because the chance of you getting stuck on a bridge or something are strong. Maxwell. I do love a good pre-war car. This is not a V8 Ford that someone put in a tumble dryer. It's a Renault Nova Quad, and they are super cool. They use them a lot as taxis and stuff like that. I used to have a friend in Spain that had one. I'm probably going to have to get rid of the sound from this, but there we go. Hiding away the little Alpine. God, I love these things. I don't fit in them very well, but I do love them, which is really funny. I have to admit, my dad's love for the Alpine A110 is one of the reasons I bought Pandora, because I've always wanted small fiberglass cars. I just adore them. Here's a car that most people will have probably never have seen. It's an Innocente 950. If you don't know, Innocente was the Italian wing of Austin, and this is actually kind of the Italian version of an Austin Healey Sprite, which is super cool, super rare. And they have, I think they share gauges with a Ferrari, if I'm not mistaken. It's only when you look at it from the back that you see that it's actually anything related to an Austin. This is what Jolene would look like if she was restored. Now this is a 6162, which is actually the year before Jolene. They are prettier, they have the prettier bumpers, but what they don't have is the good engine. They don't have the 18 horsepower engine, so they're a bit 1950s mechanically. You've got to love Tractions. Traction's one of the most overlooked classic cars in the world, and they're awesome. I love them. One of the few pre-war cars you can use every single day without any sort of thought, really. You can just use them like a normal car. Look at the third row of seats. They have so much room because they're a monocoque. They've just got so much room. They're a monocoque, and the engine is kind of right behind the dashboard, and the gearbox goes out in front. A friend of mine in the UK that does a lot of racing of vintage automobiles always asks me to look out for nice Juvas for sale, because they are super cool. This was the car that they said they were developing a new engine for when they were developing the engine for the Force EV under the watchful gaze of the Nazis. That's how they got away with it. But super cool little car. They're always in really nice condition as well. They seem to age very well, so they must have been mega quality when they were new. France 3, I think it was done to commemorate an America's Cup race or something like that. I might be completely wrong about that, and there'll be a bunch of people that tell me in the comments if I am. Ooh, Renault 12s. I love Renault 12s. If you don't know my history with the Renault 12, my dad had two. He had a Gordini and a TS, and he used to rally it. And I love the 12. I just do. It's not particularly pretty. It's not particularly anything, but it is just nice. They're just nice cars. Wicked little Peugeot. I actually fit in these. I still need to drive one. My friend Jan told me I could drive his, and I've been wanting to do a video on it for ages, but then the engine exploded, and then I had to go to Paris for Retromobile, and then coronavirus, so I still am yet to drive the wonderful little Peugeot, but I love them. Fiat 850 Coupe with Marshall fog lights. Gorgeous. As usual, the local Mobilette club out in force. I actually have one of these in my shed at home, and one day I will finish it. And mine's not in that good condition, but one day it will be. The local Mobilette club are a lovely bunch of people, and they often come hooning past my house at great speed, and often while I'm filming. I was sat like filming a video and I'm ying, ying, ying. It's super cool people though. They always pip and wave. Now then, this is a Renault 15 TS. Super rare little car. They rusted like heck and they're really ugly, so not many people bought them. But I think they're quite handsome in a funny Renault-y way. Renault have never made a beautiful car. Doesn't mean they've made ugly cars, doesn't mean they've made bad cars, but they very rarely make beautiful cars. Just, they're kind of handsome in their own way. But that was Renault's idea of kind of a sports coupe, and it's based on the Renault 12. But they're lovely. It's, or a Fuego or something like that, but originally it's the Renault 12 platform. This Stratos is lovely. I think it's a Hawk. It's overtaken me at great speed in the past. And Pandora and this Stratos need to be good friends because it's awesome. And it's as it should be. It's used, it's abused, it's paint chipped. It is a replica, but the replicas of these things tend to be done really well. How cool is this period correct Renault 8? I love the mad-in wheels. I had a look for mad-in wheels for Pandora. It was one of the wheels that I considered for the car, but they're super expensive. And this would have been the bee's knees back in the day. Like people talk about Stan's kids now. Look at that camber. Buzz Zoku levels of camber, that, but that is period correct, and that is how they would have been, which is cool. I think this is a Rally Raid Renault 4L, and the Rally Raid cars, they do a challenge with students, and they prepare the cars and they go to Morocco rallying. When I lived in Spain, I used to see them all coming past me on the motorway. And some of them are even the Simpa ones, which are four-wheel drive. A lot of people don't know that they did a four-wheel drive Renault 4, but they did. And they're all sticking up. You find them for sale, and I don't know who buys them because I don't know why you'd want a Renault 4 that someone's beat the hell out of. But they are tough little cars. I'm incredibly happy that we've managed to put the Diane together in time to come for this car show. I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do it. We were hoping that we'd be able to get vaccinated and get sorted in time enough for this car show to bring it. And I'm glad that we have. Check out this utterly stunning 911S. What a beautiful thing that is. The guy who owns this drives the heck out of it, and he drives it really regularly. I met him at my local hardware shop actually. I was pulling out as he was pulling in, and he jumps out of his car and he goes, 2CV, oh man, I love your car, and totally freaks out about the 2CV. I'm like, forget my 2CV, how cool is your 911? Super cool guy, and what a beautiful car. It's utterly mint. I know it's like the cool thing to be totally over 911s at the minute, but I'm sorry, it's gorgeous, and I love it, and I would gladly have one. It's really, really nice. Also, if you're going to do a Nürburgring sticker, that is how you do a Nürburgring sticker. So cool. What a gorgeous bit of kit. Also, Renault 16 TX with Dunlop alloys. I love Dunlop alloys, and I love Renault 16s. Renault 16s are so cool. They get nowhere near the love that they deserve. It's been really difficult to film because it's been raining off and on and off and on and off and on all day. But no, I love Renault 16s, they're cool. They've got the same engine that went in the Renault Alpine. Although this is a TX, so it might be a different one, I'm not sure. But yeah, the TS had the 1.6 all aluminium with the aluminium gearbox and all that they put in the... They put it in the Lotus Europa and the Renault Alpine. It's really difficult at filming at car shows like this. One, because there's always music, and that's not always the best thing, which is why I'm walking away from the food tent, because they're playing AC/DC, and it's also difficult as well, because people want to talk to you, people want to meet you, and people want to like spend a bit of time talking to you. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be social, and I'm going to stop filming, and I'm going to go and chat to people. So thank you all for watching. Please be awesome to each other. I hope the audio in this video is alright, because it's always a challenge when you're at a public place like this. I don't feel comfortable walking around and shouting at a camera, which is what you really have to do, but I don't feel comfortable doing it like around other people. I think it ruins other people's car show experience. So I hope that the audio's been okay. Thank you all for watching. Please be awesome to each other, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.